on the line with Bruce Hall.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bruce, how's it going, bud?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Good.
Awesome, man. It's a real pleasure to speak with you. My last interview is going on about 12 years ago with Kevin. So it's about due, man. So anyways, I know, right? So I'm looking back. I'm looking back, and I see that you've been with REO Speedwagon since 1978, which means you're coming up on your 40th anniversary with the band. Do you have any big plans for this occasion?
Well, actually, that is a mistake. That 1978. Actually, I joined in January of 1977.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So this is my 40th year. Yeah.
So did you do anything special to celebrate that?
Well, let's see. Not really. I mean, the bands, I went on tour. That's what we do. But no, I mean, just 40 years seems like it just flew by. I swear, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. I'm not sure how that happened, but it has been 40 years. And it's been a good 40 years. I love my band. I love this. I love playing all over the country and all over the world. It's like I can't even imagine doing anything else for it.
Yeah. I mean, did you think when you put these shoes on that you would be wearing them for so long?
Well, I certainly did hope so. I mean, when I was a kid back in the day, when I sort of strapped the bass on my back and started playing for a living, I was 13 then. Mm-hmm. And I always thought that, you know, my dad was a musician, and he always wanted to be a professional musician. He played saxophone and clarinet, but he started having he just never pursued it very well. And when I had the chance, I mean, I'd worked with Gary before, Rich Rap, in a band called Feather Train before he joined REO. Mm-hmm. And we got along great. And he said, someday we're going to play together again. And I said, okay, buddy, no problem. You know, so one day, sure enough, he calls me up and asked me to come join the band. So that was at the end of December of 1976. So I started with the band in January of 1977.
Wow. Now, looking back, you know, as a kid growing up, who were some of the bands you were listening to at that time that inspired you as a musician?
Oh, gosh. Well, you have to understand, when we were growing up, mostly we were all hit with this. I mean, you hear this story 1,000 times. Yeah. It was the Beatles.
Yep.
Came, and the Rolling Stones came to the British invasion, they called it. And then we had our own. Actually, Paul Revere and the Raiders used to have a couple of good songs. Mm-hmm. Hungry was a great. But I started getting more.
You still there, Bruce? You're kind of cutting out a bit.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
I got you now.
Get closer to the door. Hold on, please. Okay. Yeah, I have a way of walking around when I'm talking. So yeah, it's you know, a little bit of everything. I loved when I was growing up, but it was the early when the Beatles came and all that hysteria and all that magic they brought. I mean, it really was a great time to be a kid, and everybody in my neighborhood. And I think it's the same too about Kevin and Kevin Cronin and Gary. I know Gary was like that. We all kind of just said, "Whoa." Well, mostly it's because the girls got excited, you know.
Of course, of course.
That's when we all started learning playing guitar. So, but some of us just kept going. I mean, I'm not sure exactly. It wasn't just all about, you know, girls and all that sort of stuff. It was more about, you know, you started playing music and you wanted to write songs, and it just seemed like it was the right way to go.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stuck with it.
Now, as a bass guitarist, are you self-taught?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, what is it about the bass guitar that attracted you to the instrument? I mean, you could have been a drummer, you know, a horn player or something like that. What is it about the bass guitar?
Well, actually, I play a lot of different instruments, but the bass is my first band, I had a little band when I was a boy called Purple Haze. And I was just the lead singer at that point in time. And we played our first show at this team dance. And our bass player in the band was so scared, he forgot to turn. He wouldn't even turn on his amp, and he couldn't play. He was petrified. He didn't know what to do. So we had to let him go, and then I took over the bass. And so that's kind of how it started, really. And plus, I left the Beatles and Paul McCartney was like, he played such cool stuff. I thought he played really melodic bass lines. And for some reason, that caught my ear, and I liked it. And from there, I mean, there's been so many great bass players that I've listened to over time. It's like, I mean, in the early No-Con days, there was James Jamerson. I don't even know how he did that stuff. I mean, I still can't do that. It's like crazy. And then there was Norbert Putnam. He played on all the Linda Ronstadt and James Taylor stuff. Really good, real tasty guy. Yeah, there's a lot of great bass players. A lot of them.
Now, the United We Rock tour is in full swing with Styx and Don Felder, and it's coming to our area to the Perfect Vodka Amphitheater on July 19th. How are things going so far with this tour? Is everything as expected?
Oh, yeah. It's so fun because people, when they come, Don spent years, decades in the Eagles, and he is something else. He plays it's almost every song is an Eagles song, but he had something to do with it. You know, he helped write them, or he came up with all the guitar parts.
Yeah.
With Joe Walsh, and so it's amazing, honestly. And then there's Bassist and Styx, who we've known forever.
Yep.
And they're just as good, if not better, than I've ever heard of. And then and I swear everybody's gonna. You almost know every single song that the band's playing. I mean, Styx has a couple songs new that they're playing off. They have a new album out called The Mission.
Yes.
So they're trying to promote that a little bit. Don hasn't done a new project out right now that I know of, but he's doing great. And what's funny is Take It Easy. And Dr. Shaw comes down with his dad. His dad don't sing. And then what he does, Lookout, California, our guitar player Dave comes out and plays all the harmony guitar parts.
Oh, wow.
And so at the end is just, it's freaking awesome. It's great. It's really awesome.
Now,
then Styx does their thing, and then we do our thing, and I tell you what, I love making music, and I love being on a good tour, and this is a great tour. These guys.
Is REO or Styx headlining this tour?
Well, it kind of flip-flops. I mean, we kind of co-headline. Some nights we close, some nights they close.
Ah, that's cool.
I'm not sure what's happening in Palm Beach. But
now,
I know in Tampa we're closed.
Mm-hmm. Now, REO Speedwagon has always come up with some very interesting titles for the albums. You know, one example being, of course, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Now, I understand completely where that title is going. I mean, it's freaking brilliant, you know? But I gotta ask you, what is the meaning behind the album title, The Earth, a Small Man, His Dog, and a Chicken? I heard that and I cracked up. I mean, these titles catch your attention, you know, and they make you want to really dive into the album to find out what the heck is going on.
Well, honestly, that one means absolutely nothing, because what it was we had an artist over at Sony at the time. They were trying to come up with some ideas for us. You know, we were in the studio working on a project. We were working on that album, and they brought in this batch of different art we were going to use for the album cover, and most of it looked, normal. I mean, stuff you would expect. But then there was this one picture, and it was the one that we chose. And for some reason, all that was written across the title, a pencil, was the artist had put, "The Earth, Small Man, His Dog, and a Chicken."
Well, that makes a lot of sense now.
So it was kind of presented to do it like that. And we just kind of went, this is too weird, and this is crazy enough that it it might work.
Absolutely.
And honestly, at the time, it seemed kind of funny, but I don't think it didn't do the album any justice. Now looking back on it, I wish we had titled it something else. Because the music on that record is really good.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. So, finally, what is next on the horizon for you personally and with REO Speedwagon? Any new material, anything exciting coming up?
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, we're always writing. We're always putting together, ideas. The band has a lot of... It's funny, over the years, you try very hard. You learn the craft of songwriting. You learn the craft of recording. These are things you had to either get good at to stay competitive with the rest of your peers, or you didn't. If you couldn't figure it out, you couldn't write good songs, and you couldn't record well, then you kind of fell behind. So over time, we just kind of got good at it. But these days, we can write songs and we record them, but we don't know exactly what to do with them when we're done. Because the avenues that used to be open for us are not really there anymore. Classic rock won't play our new stuff.
Yeah.
And the stations these days won't play new stuff, really. I mean, maybe at midnight, some nights they'll play it once. But it's hard. They don't play music like from the classic rock guys. So that's a drag. So I don't know what we're going to do with all the stuff we have. But that doesn't stop us from writing and recording. We got a batch of stuff.
I mean, it's what you do. It's in your blood.
We don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like a guy who likes to paint. He learns how to do it, and he just does it. Even if his paintings aren't selling, he still keeps painting because it's his passion. It's his thing.
Yeah, it's like me. I pick up the guitar every day, and I can't play for shit, but I do it anyway. I figure one day I'm gonna get the formula of the fretboard down, and it's just gonna click, and I'm gonna take off from there, and it never does. But it's what we love to do, and we just keep at it.
That's right.
Listen, Bruce, I want to thank you.
I'm trying. You're more than welcome.
I just want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule and your touring to speak with us. We're going to get this up and running by the end of the day, and we'll send it to your people, and hopefully they'll forward it to you so you can take a look at our layout and how we present you guys. And we're looking forward to seeing you on the 19th, which is a Wednesday, which kind of sucks, but I'm sure the place will fill up, and if we can come back and say hello, that would be awesome.
I was just going to say, why don't you come back and say hi?
Will do, brother. All right, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you all again.
All right, Joe.
Cheers. Safe travels on the road. Bye-bye, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.